you can relax. Colleen and Erik have a podcast. The world is scary and we're locked in our home, but now we have big microphones, so you can relax. That's the name of our podcast.
Hello. Welcome
Hi.
to Relax the Podcast.
Sorry, I thought you were talking to me.
I am talking to you. Hi.
Hi, date night.
Date night. Literally date night. It is late in his house.
Good evening, Colleen.
Good almost
Ballinger.
morning, Erik Stockland. Are you making cookies or something? What is that delicious
We'll get to that later.
warm smell I'm smelling?
We'll get to that
It's
later.
a
Did
warm,
you just start to
cozy-
smell that for real?
No, I smelled it as I was coming downstairs. I was like, did he make me cookies? And then I was like, nope, he did
But then
not.
I didn't say anything about it.
You did not say
We
anything.
might get to that later.
Okay, curious
Surprise,
about
surprise.
what the heck that is.
How are you doing? How was your day?
You know, I'm smelling the smells of chocolate even more now. And now I'm like really like, oh my God, did you make cookies? How was my day? My day was long. We actually today, as we are recording this, have spent the entirety of the day in an RV.
8 hours.
8 hours in the
of
RV.
Driving.
From Sacramento down to Los Angeles with baby twins and a toddler after
Yes.
not sleeping last night
No.
because the twins decided,
Because
hey,
of baby twins and a toddler?
the twins were like, hey, I got an idea,
What if?
sibling. What if we take turns every
Waking
10,
up
15 minutes,
All night long.
waking up all night long, and we'll take turns. So
Yeah.
like Maisie's like, I'll take this hour. For this hour, I'll wake up every 5 minutes. And then I'm going to sleep for an hour. But while I'm asleep, brother, you wake up every 5 minutes.
We didn't communicate
It
much during the
was
night
brutal.
to each other, but I can guarantee you top 5 worst nights of sleep of my entire life was last
Easily.
night, to then get up immediately, pack,
Easily.
which is really hard to, the whole packing of the RV. You know what I mean? The whole,
Packing
all
is
of the
so annoying.
stuff
Well, yeah.
and getting into it.
So annoying.
And then it took about 8 hours to drive back from Sacramento today.
Yeah.
Was it 10:30 at night tonight?
Yeah.
Monday night. Is it Monday?
I don't know what day it is, honestly. But the part of what made it so exhausting last night with the twins is like they always keep me up, like, you know, they always keep us up at night. But last night was particularly hard because we had just finished 2 shows back to back. And it was my first live shows in over 2 years. So it was like I was emotionally, physically, just every way you could be exhausted. I was so tired after performing and prepping for these shows for months. And then they finally happened.
Some
and I'm on
performers
stage,
would immediately after sleep. Some would
have a cocktail, perhaps.
party. Yeah. Others would immediately return to their hotel room with baby twins and a toddler and stay
Clean
up
up poop
all
and then
night.
stay up all night and
poop everywhere.
Yeah.
Lots of accoutrement involved in these children.
Yes.
They have lots of accessories
They sure do love. And we have 2.
and packaging.
Twins.
Lots
2
of
twins,
stuff.
2 babies. Did you know when I was leaving the stage last night? I didn't tell you this.
No.
I was leaving the stage last night in Sacramento. I was running off the stage and running into my dad's car because he drove me to the hotel after the show, after I got off stage. And there's a security guard. He stopped me. He's like, wait, before you go.
I heard.
before you go."
I was. Yeah.
You heard him?
I heard him. Yeah.
He was like, I have 2 sets of twins.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. I just
Yeah.
heard something about twins, and you were like,
And I was like, oh my God, you're my
Yeah.
hero. And he was like, hey, I just got to tell you, I have 2 sets of twins and you're doing great. You are so awesome.
Yeah.
I was so excited you were coming. It was like this middle-aged man. And he was just like, I'm
that's
so
so cool.
excited you were coming tonight. Me
I
and my
heard, like,
wife love you.
a
We have 2 sets
paraphrased
of
version
twins.
of that. Yeah. Oh, that's
And
so
I was
awesome.
like, you have 2 sets of twins. Oh my God. He's like, you're doing great. It was so awesome. He was so nice.
2 sets though.
Right?
Imagine like doing that, and then like we'll have one more after going through twins. Like we did like the reverse of that,
Yeah.
and then it being twins again.
I'm curious. I wish I could talk to, I actually can talk to, I know a lot of twin moms. I feel like I want to know from twin moms, if you have a pair of twins first, a set of twins
Are
first.
you terrified
Are you terrified? But
that
2,
it's going to be twins again?
if you have a single baby, is it like, this is so easy? Like once you have the one baby after having
I'm
twins, is it
sure.
easier or is it still just like hard? Do you know what I mean?
Well,
I'm
I don't
curious
kn-
if they
I
think
don't
it's
know,
harder or
because when we
easier or
had
the
just
same.
fun, we were like, "This is the hardest thing ever."
Because it was for us. It was the hardest thing we'd
Yeah.
ever experienced. But now looking back on having just Flynn, I'm like,
I have to imagine
that was really
yeah.
freaking hard because that was the hardest thing we'd ever been through. But now I'm like, oh my gosh, the thought of one baby. But if we didn't have twins and we only had one baby this time around, like after Flynn, we would have thought that was the hardest thing ever, going from one baby to two babies.
But I have to, I'm going to make the leap of faith that if you're going from twins to one, it seems easier.
It sounds like it does, but we don't know. This is why I'm saying I wish I could talk to a twin mom.
I'm just gonna say that. It sounds like it would be.
I don't know. Who knows? I know who knows. People who
maybe
have
not
twins
for different reasons or reasons that I cannot understand.
Yeah. Anyway,
who needs to relax?
Do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I asked you a question.
Oh, who needs to relax? So many things. I had a good one and it has left my brain. But I had a really good one and now I don't know what it was. I know what it is. Who needs to relax is, I'm going to go on a bit of a rant.
That's okay. That's what this is for.
Anyone, and I've probably talked about this on here before. I know I've talked about it in other places like vlogs and such maybe. Anyone on this beautiful earth that has the idea or has the opinion, I guess I should say, that if you choose to formula feed your child, it's like the easy way out, or you gave up on breastfeeding, or like that it's the easier option or whatever. I've kind of talked about this before. You are wrong. It's all hard. All of it, breastfeeding, formula feeding, any way to feed a baby is very hard, okay? But after traveling with kids, because we just traveled up to San Francisco and Sacramento and back, after traveling with babies and having traveled with Flynn when he was a baby all over the country, and he was a breastfed baby, and now I have formula fed / pumped fed babies. Oh my God, it is the most inconvenient, annoying thing in the world to have to bring. I had to bring 2 different pumps because a pump always breaks whenever I travel. 2 different pumps, tons of bottles, tons of formula, tons of baby water, stuff to wash the bottles, the brushes to wash the bottles, and the soap to wash the bottles. And while you're in a hotel, washing bottles in a sink, in a bathtub, like it is
warming bottles,
like storing the breast milk. Where do you store the breast milk? Storing breast milk in the fridge of the theater, in the hotel. This hotel room doesn't have a fridge, so we have to get an ice bucket.
Can you go to the RV and get the milk? I left the milk in the RV.
My good Lord.
What do you mean? Like people are like...
There's people, because there's a lot of...
I don't understand this.
There's a lot of shaming
culture
towards formula fed, not from me. I think feed your baby, however it is best for you and your family, and whatever is best, you feed your baby, and I'm proud of you.
People are judging this?
People judge moms, women who choose to not breastfeed for whatever reason, whether they can't, whether their baby won't. Like Wesley won't breastfeed. He never has, he never will. And like... because he doesn't like it. He doesn't want to. Maisie had a hard time latching. So those are my reasons for not breastfeeding. My babies just couldn't do it. But some moms do it because of that reason. Some moms do it because for health reasons. Like some moms
our business.
Some moms, it's not our business. Exactly. It's not our business.
I don't
what other moms choose to do.
But
some moms choose to just not breastfeed because they don't freaking want to.
Who's making them feel bad about this?
Other moms. Other moms are like, well, breastfeeding is best. Breast milk
like
is
publicly?
best. You should try.
Like they just yell at them in the street?
Not yell at them in the street, but like on the internet, the world is on the internet now. Or even like, think about when we were in the hospital, how, especially with Flynn, how much lactation consultants would come in and just like be like, you're doing this. Let me help you do this. You need a lactation consultant. Everyone's like, do you need a lactation consultant? Do you want a lactation? Like everyone just really pressures women to do it, to breastfeed.
That's gotta be strange because your body has never done this thing before. And now all of a sudden your body is doing this thing, and it could be.
What do you mean, lactating?
Yes, and like from whatever perspective, like good or bad, I don't know. Like you know what I mean? It's active or not. Like, and it's so much pressure. Like
it's so much pressure.
If my male body all of a sudden from having a kid was all of a sudden doing something new, and like it was. It didn't work or what? I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like
wrong phrase. It's not
exactly.
It didn't work.
I can't.
No, I know.
I
you
can't chime in on that. I was trying to like.
No, you're doing great. You're doing so great. I'm just letting you know it's not that it doesn't work, because that would imply that someone is broken if they can't do it, and that's not what you mean. That's
not what I mean. No. No, not at all.
You just mean like doesn't.
Situationally, it isn't reciprocal with you and your partner. Child.
Right.
See,
I know what you mean though. You didn't mean it in that sort of a way. Mm-hmm. But like for me, breastfeeding was great with Flynn, and then with the babies, they don't want to latch, and they don't really like enjoy that very much. And
they're so different. It's such a different experience. Yeah.
But there are a lot
even
of people
from each other.
There are a lot of people who say like, it's the easy way out to go with formula. It's not.
It's not.
It is.
I'll say it's harder.
For us,
me, from my perspective,
from
it's
your
harder.
perspective, from my perspective, it's different for everyone. For some people, they do think it's easier for formula feeding, whatever. For us personally, and our experience with our twins, comparing it to my experience with Flynn, when I traveled, I didn't have to bring
you just breastfeed
anything.
him.
It just
we never did.
As long as I had my boob, he was good to go.
Boobs.
My boobs, yeah, a boob. At least a singular lactating boob would suffice.
Yeah, just a boob, I guess. You're right. Sorry.
It didn't, I didn't need bottles and all this other stuff. Like the amount of stuff I had to pack for the twins was crazy for this trip.
And our bathroom in the hotel was just like racks of bottles drying or ready to be washed and dried.
And just like, it's so frustrating too, because you can't.
Sure.
Because we're trying, I'm trying to pack for this long trip, and it's not like my stuff, you just put it all in a suitcase, but their stuff, it's like, I needed a backpack for their bottles and their formula. I needed to bring in their water. I needed a diaper bag for them. I needed a diaper bag for Flynn. He had a bag of toys. So it was all separate. You can't have it all in one suitcase because you need these things readily available immediately to grab. So we had like 10 backpack type bags that loose backpacks, bags, satchels of things.
Satchels, boxes, cloth boxes.
It was just like little, totes.
Yeah,
just
totes
so
is a good word
things.
for it. Lots of totes.
And I'm like, I just wish it could all be in a suitcase. It would make life so much easier, but it can't because you need to be able to grab a bottle or grab a binky or grab a swaddle or grab a diaper or grab a wipe or grab whatever you need for these freaking kids. And it was so frustrating.
Yeah, it was weird to like call a luggage cart to our room today and to be like, here's our luggage. Like here's
one suitcase.
Here's 4 suitcases to put on the luggage cart. But instead it was like, here's one suitcase to put in a luggage cart, and here's all these weird totes and boxes and bags that you need to like pile on. But like there's too many for us to carry. But can you pile them on there?
Yeah. So anyway, that's my Who Needs to Relax is anyone who thinks that or ever shames a mom for any way she chooses to feed her children, but specifically is shaming anyone for formula feeding is crazy because it really does like cast this shadow of guilt and shame, at least in my experience. I just don't think any woman should ever be shamed for her choices with breastfeeding or formula feeding or however she chooses to feed her child or children's. If she's doing what's best for her and her kids, and she's doing what's best for her and her kids. And I don't like that people say that formula is the easy way out from breastfeeding, or like you quote unquote gave up on trying to breastfeed to formula feed. Because in my opinion, if I had my way and if I could make a choice with choosing between breastfeeding or formula feeding or exclusively pumping, I wish I could just breastfeed the twins. So that's how I feel. And it was not easier to travel and have all that.
What's like the common like statute of limitations on breastfeeding? Cause I don't even know, like when do children typically, if they are breastfed, stop breastfeeding? Like when do they start eating solid foods? It's completely
the choice of the mother.
Oh, it is.
And the child and the family and what they want to do.
And whatever.
You mean when do they start eating solids?
Yeah. I just don't know. Like, so if your baby was breastfed or formula fed, like when do they then start?
Usually it's around 6 months. Some doctors are like, they can do 4 or 5 months. It depends on their cues. If they're watching you eat, interested, looking like they want to try it, if they're reaching for it, if they're growing their teeth, there's lots of cues, but usually around 6 months. And it doesn't mean they immediately then only eat solids. So like the twins are going to start eating solids in the next couple of weeks, and it'll be like a banana or an avocado.
Yeah, you have to like introduce one at a time.
Yeah. And then another kind once a day for a week. And then another kind once a day for a week.
That's going to be so fun to see their faces when they first taste.
I know. We got to pick what they're going to try. Banana, avocado.
Well, I think you're doing
sweet potato.
Absolutely incredible formula milk. Although I know nothing about this. I'm just there to
just remember how easy it was
warm or stir, like whatever you need me to warm or
wash bottles.
Wash, yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like with Flynn, it was just like, oh, he's fussy. Put him on my boob. And the twins,
bottles were like almost like never involved. Like
never.
And now it's like bottles are involved and there's 2. It's a whole different.
I just remember when I did waitress, I would pump during intermission. I'd pump before the show and during intermission. And I just remember pumping twice a day. I was like, this is the worst.
Yeah.
This is so annoying. I hate pumping twice a day. This is so annoying. And now I'm pumping every 3 hours. For 5.5 months, I've been pumping every 3
I can't imagine.
hours. So anyway, power to you, however you feed your kids. If you're an exclusive pumper, if you're a formula, if you buy someone else's breast milk, if you use your own breast milk.
I feel so inferior in this conversation. Like I can't understand like the idea of like providing for our children in that way. It's like from my body, like pumping something.
It's wild.
It's wild.
It's real wild.
Yeah, I feel so inept in this conversation. And
you're not inept or inferior.
I bow down to you and all women and mothers. Yes. I am a piece of garbage.
No, you're not. You're wonderful. Anyway, you know who's not a piece of garbage other than you? You're not a piece of garbage, but neither is Everlywell, our first sponsor for the day. Yahoo! Now's the time to set yourself up for a better and brighter year. Everlywell can help you give yourself more clarity, confidence, and well-being with over 30 at-home lab tests. Everlywell at-home lab tests give you physician-reviewed results and personalized insights so you can take action on your health and wellness, all at an affordable and transparent cost. With over 30 tests, you'll be able to choose the ones that make the most sense for you. Food sensitivity, metabolism, sleep and stress, and thyroid are all just a few of the many options. Here's how it works. Everlywell ships your at-home lab test straight to you with everything needed for a simple sample collection. Using the prepaid shipping label, mail your test back to a certified lab. In just days, your physician-reviewed results and actionable insights are sent to your device. And you can share the results with your primary care physician to help guide next steps. Over 1 million people have trusted Everlywell with their at-home lab testing, including us. I did the food sensitivity one. And I was so shocked that pretty much everything makes me have diarrhea.
You're sensitive to McDonald's and Taco Bell. It was hard for you to hear.
Yeah, that's what it came back.
Yeah.
It came back and said, no, it's mostly just dairy. But yeah, it was basically like, oh, yeah, everything's going to make you have a sensitive tummy. Eggs, dairy are my biggest issues. But has it stopped me from eating ice cream? Absolutely not. Has it stopped me from eating cheese? Absolutely not. But it's good to know.
It's good to know. And you can share that with your primary care physician.
And you did.
So you choose. Yeah, the men's health one, like kind of overall health.
You were kind of spooked to do it only because you're like, what if it comes back something crazy? And it didn't. You're a healthy man. No, it was
like you are Shazam. You are
Shazam.
You're a superhero.
For only $24.99 a month, the Everlywell Control membership puts your health and wellness in your hands with proactive testing. Select one qualifying at-home lab test of your choice each month and enjoy membership benefits like exclusive offers, savings, and more. And for listeners of the show, Everlywell is offering a special discount of 20% off an at-home lab test at everlywell.com/relax. That's everlywell.com/relax for 20% off your at-home lab test. everlywell.com/relax. All right, Lovey, do you have someone who needs to relax today?
I do, and I feel really dumb because mine is not as profound of an issue as yours.
Well, I don't want to talk about anything intense ever again.
Yeah, that was very serious. And good.
Well, I was just saying, what I was going to say who needs to relax is packing, but then I realized, no, packing's not what's annoying. It's that like we had
speak your truth.
1,000 satchels and bags and things for all the formula thingies. Anyway.
I get it. I'm here to talk about doors.
Okay.
Specifically, what led me to say what I want to.
Okay.
You're right.
Well, I just got excited because I feel like you and I haven't really had the discussion that was like viral on the internet.
I know what you're about to say, and I know I was going to get to that. But so I went to open our with our son the other morning, our garage door specifically.
Okay.
And I had a hangover, not in the traditional sense, a hangover in the baby sense, like that you didn't sleep, you're so tired, like you know what I mean, like you get headaches.
Yeah, sure.
I get headaches.
Okay.
In any case, like going downstairs very early with our son and then opening our garage door. And I just thought the sounds that it made was
wretched.
the most.
Was the most. The most. It was the most.
I'm so tired. I can't talk. It was the most.
There you go.
Horrific.
You guys have to understand. Eric's leaving the room. You have to understand that I mean,
I developed a list.
It's okay. We always say we're so tired and we're not trying to complain. We're so lucky to have like what a fun weekend we had performing and whatnot. But like, it has been a very long day. Like we weren't even
going to do a podcast
weekend.
this week, but we're like, we want to.
Yeah.
We're trying to get it in.
And, so we're just kind of a disaster right now. So Eric's going to be
the
slurring
garage
on
door.
and off and not know how to talk, apparently.
The garage door was the most horrific sound
There you go.
I have ever heard in my life. Just
I feel
metal,
that. Really squeaky,
screeching, and wheels, like just the worst sound I had ever heard in my life. To the point where I was like, relax, garage door. Like, is there not a better system that we've thought of? Like, I get it that like we need our cars to not be outside. And are people even parking in the garages?
I think people do, yes.
Not everybody though.
Yeah.
When I walk around the neighborhood with Flynn, I'm noticing, and if anyone has their garage door open, like I'm not noticing cars in them. I'm noticing just stuff. Haters back off. The garage,
yes,
in that house did not house cars.
No,
it was stuff.
I never had a car in a garage.
Yeah, nor did I. Growing up, our garage was not for a car.
Storage.
We never parked in the garage, not once, not my whole lifetime.
Right.
And our garage now, we can get a car in it if we move the stuff around.
Yeah.
But we have to purposely move the stuff around to put a car in it because it's filled with stuff.
Yeah.
So why can't we just have a door?
A door meaning what? What do
like,
you mean?
I don't
a
know,
door?
big doors. Like big doors.
Like a door that opens like a regular door?
Yeah, but like bigger. Like and less and more quiet. Like why does it like the sound from a garage door?
Because then it would be a room. It wouldn't be a garage. It would just be a room.
It'd be a room, but with like a giant door to the outside. I guess that you could park a car in if you want to, move around all that stuff.
So you want a door big enough?
Otherwise, if you want to just park cars there, we got to put this really loud.
So wait, you want
it's going to hurt your brain sounding kind of door.
You want a door big enough that a car can fit through?
Yes.
That's called a gate.
No, it's not called a gate. A gate is a gate.
Door.
You're an idiot.
A door.
See, this is why I love this podcast. This is the conversation I want.
Wait, there was something the other day that you said, we have to talk about this on the podcast. Now, what was it? It was like, this is going to bug me so much. Anyway, whatever.
It makes for good listening.
It's going to bug me.
Not knowing what you're saying.
Anyway, doors. So, it just made me think about the big conversation that was all over the internet a few weeks ago. Are there more doors or wheels?
Right.
Doors
I was gonna talk about that. Yeah. And doors or wheels? Was it? Yes. I knew it was doors and something. It was doors and wheels.
Wheels.
Okay.
And
we'll get to that.
Oh, we're not.
Can I say that?
Yes. Yeah, we can get to that.
Here's the thing. Sure. I'm going to unpack a lot about doors right now.
Oh, jeez.
Because I've done my research on doors at this point.
Okay.
And there might be prizes for you.
Oh, thanks. Cookies?
Relax.
Okay.
So the garage door, as I guess it's known, was invented in 1921 by someone named C.G. Johnson.
Okay.
And then the same person invented the electric garage door in 1931.
Wow.
He just kept his business on doors.
Wait, he invented the electric garage in 1931?
Yes.
That seems like
according to my research on Wikipedia.
1930. There was an electric door in 1931.
Yes.
That seems really early.
Not like with like a clicker, but with like a button you press and then it would open.
That still seems insane to me.
I know. Yeah. Isn't it wild?
That's almost 100 years ago.
Almost. Missed it by 8 years, 9 years.
That's crazy. Okay.
And he patented it, the idea of an overhead door rolling up on these wheels. And now giving me migraines at 7 a.m. when I open it for me and my son. And I guess before that, garages were just kind of, the yawning that you're going through right now is extremely distracting. You've only yawned.
Oh, is a baby awake? Yeah, I gotta go. There's a baby awake. All right, babies are asleep for now. So we'll see how many more times we have to leave. Anyway, doors.
I thought we were talking about you yawning. I can't remember where we left off.
I don't know. I was yawning. I'm sneezing. My allergies have been bad since we got home. So I apologize for any sniffles or sneezes you guys hear.
Garage doors are very loud. I was like, certainly there must be a better, like we went with this guy that in 1921 was like, what if they're overhead on wheels and springs and pulleys and it's very loud and we'll just keep that system? Like, why can't they be less harsh or quieter? Like, is there a different way to park cars, or
there's got to be quiet
or
garage
keep
openers.
stuff? Because we're essentially all just keeping stuff. But I wanted to make it interesting.
Okay.
So I'm walking across the room, and I have here.
Oh, sorry for my sneezing. Hold on, allergy attack.
Look, you're ruining my bit.
I'm sorry, my allergies are so bad. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm telling you, I have such a bad allergy attack right now. But I see cookies. I can't smell them because my nose isn't working. You made cookies?
Yeah.
Do I get to eat them?
Well, you're putting the baby to sleep.
Wait, do I get to eat them? Is this a game? You said you were making it interesting.
Here's a glass of milk.
Okay, what's the
fresh
catch?
chocolate chip M&M cookies.
What's the catch?
You have to. So you can look at them, but you can't eat them.
Okay.
Unless you get this quiz right.
Okay.
I have written here a bunch of different kinds of doors.
Okay.
And you have to name 5 different kinds of doors. And then you can eat a cookie.
5
cookies.
I have to name 5 different kinds of doors?
Yeah, not like kitchen door, closet door, like
what
types of doors. What do you mean what I mean?
Okay, like a French door.
That's 1.
Saloon door.
That's 2.
Revolving door.
That's 3.
Barn door?
That's I'll count barn door. Yeah,
and
that's
a garage
4.
door.
That's 5.
Easy. It's amazing how smart I am when I want a cookie.
Yeah. Other answers could have been pocket doors. Let's talk about pocket doors.
What's a pocket door?
The ones that like tuck in, that like when like hotels are trying to save space, and they're like it's just a pocket door, and it's like you can hear everything.
I hate
through them.
pocket doors. Sorry if you can hear me chewing.
I get that they save space with the opening, but that's kind of, it doesn't really work for me. Rotating door.
I think I said that.
Did you?
I said revolving.
Oh, revolving, rotating. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are always kind of fun, but also scary.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's a lot of pressure in a revolving door.
Yeah. And
you always when you get in them, you have to push harder than you think you do. And there's people behind you.
I hate when people get in it with you.
Yeah, I hate. Yeah, it's fine if you're behind me in a revolving door, like 2 doors behind. But if you're right behind, it's like it's too much of a pressure situation. Sliding door would also be one. You said French, right?
Mm-hmm. A screen door.
Dutch is a kind of door.
Mm-hmm.
Screen door would be good. Yeah. I'm very impressed by your door knowledge at this point.
I'm telling you, I get real smart when I want a cookie.
But you were very excited about the cookies I made you. You're welcome. How were the cookies?
Delish.
Were the cookies good?
Delish.
Well, you know what's not delish?
What?
Your door etiquette.
Oh, please.
What
are you talking about?
I've got more door talk to do. I have a door story.
Okay, about door etiquette?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll get to it though after.
I'm nervous. After I say thanks to Stitch Fix, our next sponsor. We love Stitch Fix. Should we talk about Stitch Fix before we talk about more doors?
My personal stylist.
Okay, let's do it. Whatever your style, now more than ever is the time to rock it. But maybe you can just use a little nudge to find some new looks. That's where Stitch Fix can help you out. It's easy and fun to get started. First, you take a few minutes to set up your Stitch Fix style profile, answer a few questions about what you like to wear, what you don't, and how open you are to trying new styles. Then, Stitch Fix's expert stylist will go to work finding items exclusively for you. Every piece is handpicked for you and is unique to your size, style, and in your budget, making it the best way to discover clothes that make you look and feel your best. Stitch Fix will send you 5 pieces to try on at home. Keep what you love and send back what you don't. Shipping, returns, and exchanges are easy and free. Plus, there's no subscription required. Try once or set up automatic deliveries. There's no hidden fees ever. Sign up for Stitch Fix and get the season's latest pieces for women, men, and kids. We love Stitch Fix. It's like having your own personal stylist. Mm-hmm. We talk about it all the time because we love it so much. We think you guys will love it too. If you want to check it out, sign up today at stitchfix.com/relax to get $20 off your first purchase. That's stitchfix.com/relax to get $20 off your first purchase. Limited time offer. Purchase within 2 days of sign up. Do it. Check it out. You will love it. All right. What's this door etiquette you're talking about? You're saying that there's some door etiquette.
So
What do you mean, like leaving a door open for someone and they come?
This is like something happened this weekend, which like an image of you will live in my mind forever from this weekend. And I think it's so funny. And as crass as we are on this podcast, and as often as we talk about number 2 stories, poop stories, I just this story, I don't know, that I'm about to tell tickles me and is funny to me. But so when you're with your partner, whether you've been married, whether you have children, still when you're staying in a hotel room and you have to, like, you know what I mean? It's not your home. It's not your home.
There's no space.
Your home base. You know what I mean? So like when you have to do your business, it's always a little bit awkward. And certainly like acoustics can play into factor. We were talking about pocket doors in hotel rooms. Like, you know, you hear everything. But in our hotel room in San Francisco, I don't know, the door didn't lock. And
it didn't?
It did. Apparently, because I tried to lock it. But there was a point where I had to go. I said I was going to go shower, but like shower was kind of like covert for like, yeah, I'm going to shower, but this is also my opportunity.
I didn't know that.
My like golden opportunity to like do some business. And we had both been talking about how constipated we were. So I was like, this is going to be like, this is going to be my shining moment now. But like, even though we're married and like you're in the bed next to us with our 3 children, you know what I mean? There's kids around. Like I still like wanted privacy.
Of course.
So in my thinking, I'm like, I'm going to go take a shower and I'm going to turn on the shower and I'm going to see if I can take care of this constipation station.
Yeah.
With the shower on, you know what I mean? Nobody's harmed, none the wiser. You know what I mean? So the shower's running hot, steam, you know what I mean? Just like a steamy bathroom. I am on the toilet, pants at ankles, scrolling my phone, like hoping that something will happen. And then the door just opens. And I am shocked that the door is opening and is opened to reveal you standing there, because I guess you had left a bra in there that
I needed a
because where do you leave bras? You leave bras on the floor of the bathroom.
Yeah, because
where else would you leave bras?
Because I showered. I took off my bra.
Where else would leave it on the floor of the bathroom of the hotel? Where else would you leave it? Why would you like put it back in your suitcase or like hang it up on something?
Please.
Goes on the floor.
That's the weird part of this story.
It goes on the floor of the hotel bathroom. But all I can remember is you opening the door and screaming at me, I'm not looking, but full on eye contact. Like we were just making like deep soul eye contact. We're like staring into each other's eyes as you're screaming at me. I'm sitting on the toilet, not even pants half down, like full at my ankles as you're screaming at me. I'm not looking repeatedly. I'm not looking. But you're staring into my eyes. So obviously like you're looking, like you were looking. And I reached forward over my pants on the floor to grab a bra and flung it at the door.
Oh my God. Okay.
That to make me feel good.
In my defense, you said you were going to shower.
Yourself.
I thought you were going to be in the shower.
Right. No, I know. So I thought you thought out when you opened the door, like I would be in the shower. You could grab your bra.
And by the way, the line of I'm not looking was already planned in my head. I was like, he's in the shower. He's going to yell when I go in there like, I'm in the shower. Get out of here. Give me some privacy. And so I thought, and so in my head, I was like, I just say like, I'm not looking, like to you being in the shower. And so I opened the door and that was the only thing I had planned in my head to say. So I see you and I'm just like making eye contact with you, seeing you're like, you know, just the only naked part of you.
It's the first time that's ever happened in our relationship.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It definitely is.
Do you think less of me?
No, I loved it. It made me love you more.
Are you less attracted to me now?
It made me love you more because I was like, I'm not looking.
So I feel like you've seen me, like no one, like that's seeing me at my lowest, right? Is like just sitting on a toilet with my pants at my ankles scrolling my phone.
Oh man, that is so funny. You've seen me in that position so many times.
And then this was just the worst number 2 weekend of my life because then I go to the bathroom at the theater.
Oh, this one was really good. Can I tell this story?
Yeah.
First of all, I should clarify. When I say he's seen me in that position multiple times, it's not like
I didn't even hear you say that.
It's not like I'm just like pooping all the time.
Oh, you like don't even close the door.
Well, no, but okay, when I'm pooping, I do first of all.
I don't know.
Second of all, what I mean is like sitting on a toilet. It's obviously much more frequent for me as a female.
Yeah.
And especially when after having babies, there's a lot of things that need to happen. So I feel like I just feel like you've seen me on the toilet
You're
quite
just
a lot.
always sitting on the toilet with the door open. I understand. Yeah.
Well, anyway.
For me, it was a bit more.
I don't think you've ever seen me pooping. I don't think we've ever locked eyes while one of us is pooping
And
before.
screamed in your face, I'm not looking while obviously looking. Yeah, no.
No, okay, so then we go to this theater. And we've been to this theater before. I've performed in Sacramento at this one venue before. Cool venue. It's like an old movie theater. But the downstairs, so there's always like a green room or a dressing room or basement area where we can hang out before the shows while we're waiting for the show to happen. So this green room area is the entire basement of this theater.
It's like an old 1930s movie theater that they've remade into this performing arts venue. Yes.
And so it's really weird because it's like cement, I guess is how I would just like, is it cement is what you would say? Like as far as like how it's echoey.
It's an echo chamber.
Like, but it's cement, right? Like,
do you know what cement is? Yeah,
maybe not.
It is. It's concrete cement.
So we're in this basement area of this venue and it's, cement, concrete, and there's separate rooms with like doors, but there's like a 4-foot open space at the top of the rooms, if that makes sense. Yeah. So they're not actual walls that go to the ceiling. So these aren't closed off rooms.
I would call them partitions.
Yeah, like big, huge partitions, but it feels like you're in a room because they go so high. So it feels like you're in a private room, but you're not. Mm-hmm. Anyway, very echoey down there. So I'm down there, like our promoter reps, people who work at the venue are in and out of the downstairs area. It's very quiet down there because everyone's just kind of working in their retrospective areas. Is that the right word? Retrospective? Nice. Respective areas. Is that the right one?
I like that.
I don't know.
I
Whatever.
think I like that more, yeah.
So anyway, Erik and I are in my dressing room. And Erik says, "Oh, I think I have to go to the bathroom," which means, I have to go poop. But of course, he's not going to say I'm going to go poop. He's like, "Oh, I think I have to go to the bathroom." I was like, it must be time for him. That's great. Can't relate. He gets up. He runs to the bathroom. It is...
I didn't run.
You kind of did jog. It was a stressed jog for sure. Anyway, it is very silent downstairs. Like no one is talking to each other. It's like really quiet. And Erik says, "I've got to go to the bathroom." 10 seconds later, the loudest, craziest, most explosive poop sounds echo.
No, it wasn't me.
Love, echo through the basement of bounce off the walls of every room in this venue. It was so... And it sounded like there was a microphone at your anus and like just amplified through the whole venue. It was crazy. Why are you 20 feet away from your microphone?
Because you're embarrassing me.
You were the one who brought it up. But I laughed so hard. It sounded like a fake. There's like a moment in my live show where like there's like a fake fart sound. It sounded like a fake poop sound. It was so funny. I was laughing so hard. And so I'm like trying to text him like, "Hey, just so you know, like you can hear everything."
So you know you're mic'd. Yeah, that's what you said.
Your mic is on.
When I came back from the bathroom, you're like, "Just so you know, that bathroom's mic'd."
No, I'm like, I keep texting him like, "Hey, like everything, you can hear everything, like every plop, like every sound."
Well, I think after that happened, I was like talking to myself. I was like, "Oh my God." I literally remember like actually like saying that out loud and like just thinking that was echoing.
And so he comes out of the bathroom. No, the best part is I go like, you come out of the bathroom like nothing was weird. And so I'm like, I was like, "Lovey," and we're just kind of talking. We're just kind of talking. And then I'm like, "Did you get my text?" And you're like, "No." What?
Well, I should say that the whole first 2 days of this trip, we were both talking about how
we couldn't poop.
We could, yeah. And then apparently it was like my time to shine.
But he was like, "No, I didn't get your text." So he looks at his text message in front of me and he's just like, "No." And I'm like, oh, I was trying to warn you.
But again, there weren't actual just partitions, no actual doors. So it all comes back to doors, guys.
Love you. Look at this. Sorry, guys. We're getting text messages from the guy shopping for me right now at the grocery store.
What is he saying?
And he's sending me so many. He's like, I wanted to. He's being so sweet. He's like, I wanted to suggest something else for your Eggo option because they're out of Eggos, like Eggo waffles. And I was like, oh, no worries. Like whatever you get will be fine. Like you don't even have to get a replacement. I don't need the Eggos. Like whatever you want to get is fine, but no pressure. Like I'll be happy with whatever you get.
With the Kroger?
Smiley face. Like I'm like being as like nice as I can, just being like, get whatever you want. He proceeds to send me photos of every single option of anything that's sort of like a waffle in the entire store.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
that's very nice.
It was so sweet. So sweet. But my phone was buzzing. I was like, what is that? It's the Postmates guy. You guys, I really want to say thanks to our next sponsor before we move on to the next thing that I really want to talk about. I really hope
it's some sort of frozen waffle company.
It's not a frozen waffle company, but it is something nutritional. It's Bloom Nutrition. Oh, yeah. Hey, Lovey, I've got a question for you.
I do.
You do?
Whatever you got to say.
Oh, sure. Well, my question was, do you ever maybe have a little bit too much to drink on accident and the next day you wake up with a splitting hangover?
I mean, not if I have my Bloom Nutrition beverage.
Oh, of course. Yeah. If you're trying to make it to brunch, a workout, or anything else after a night out, guys, Bloom can help you prevent the next hangover, which is one scoop in the morning. Bloom Nutrition makes it easy and delicious to give your body what it needs to feel your best inside and out.
When do you take it in the morning?
Well, you take it whenever you want. Take it right now.
I'll be right back.
All right. Great.
I think we have some.
Of course we have some. Their greens and superfood powder blend fights bloating, helps digestion, increases natural energy, and keeps your skin glowing. Bloom greens are packed with over 50 nutrients, including whole fruits and veggies, fiber, probiotics, antioxidants, and more, all in one easy-to-drink formula. Mix it in with water or a smoothie to add to your daily routine. It comes in 4 delicious flavors. We've got coconut, mixed berry, citrus, and original. Bloom is made for you, whether you're trying to recover from a big meal or a night out, or you're a fitness buff, maybe. Over 350,000 people trust Bloom to feel better every single day, and you can too. Right now, Bloom Nutrition is offering our listeners 15% off your purchase of their greens and superfoods blend when you go to bloomnu.com/RCE. That's BLOOMNU.com/RCE for 15% off your purchase. Go to bloomnu.com/RCE for 15% off.
Found it.
You found it. Oh yeah. You should mix it in with your drink.
Scoop me up.
Scoop me up. We got it. We're going to drink it. And we'll see you in a second, guys. Okay. Listen, can I talk about this weekend a little bit?
Yeah. Can I? The rest of the time. Sure.
Let's talk about it. Can
I have one of those cookies?
Oh, please have one of these delicious cookies. They're delicious.
How were they? Were they okay?
So yummy. So this weekend, like we said, we were in San Francisco and Sacramento because I had live shows. And they were my first live shows in over 2 years. Right. So over 2 years ago, I performed, I think in Grand Rapids, Michigan was my last show. Mm-hmm. And then the pandemic started. And I thought, I'll have to take a couple months off. That sucks. And then it just kept going and going and going.
It did.
And to the point where I was like, I don't think I'll ever tour again. Because once this pandemic is over, I don't know if anyone would ever come see me in a live show. I don't know what life is going to be like. Things are going to be so different. I just didn't know what to expect. And so then when finally I was like, hey, I'm going to try to go do these dates that I had to cancel because of this pandemic. I don't know if anyone's I was so nervous no one would come. I was so nervous I wouldn't know what I was doing. I wouldn't be able to do it again.
You were really nervous. Yeah.
I was so nervous, you guys. I was so nervous. And I just want to say that it was so fun. The San Francisco show was so fun. It was so great. The Sacramento show was so fun. However, a technical disaster. The technical aspect of it, like the projector kept turning off and the screen kept messing up. Like there's so many glitches. It happens in live theater. I mean, that's how live theater goes. But even with that, it was so nice to be back on stage.
Yeah, I bet.
And it was so nice to see human beings smile and laugh and hear laughter from a room. Like I could cry because I did a couple live shows here in my living room during the pandemic in the last couple of years.
You did 3.
And it was so, I cannot explain how good it felt to hear people laughing.
You were so good. It's such a good show.
It was
all
so
your
lovely.
New material is so great, and you were so great, and you're right where you belong. And it was so awesome to see you in front of. It was so awesome. It's really great.
Well, there's so much I could say about the show and the experience and how great it was and everything and pick it apart and just talk to you about everything in it. Which I want to get back to Flynn, so I'm going to talk about Flynn in a second because Flynn got to see the show and it was really cool. So I want to talk about that in a sec, but. I just wanted to say to anyone listening, who has watched my vlogs or listened to our podcast or had any participation in my life of any kind in the last couple of years, that I am so appreciative of you because did I say appreciate or appreciative?
We know.
I don't know.
It's fine.
Anyway, It was so crazy to be at these meet and greets because before the show, I meet like 200 people who have VIP tickets or whatever, and we get to like hang out and chat. And so many people said to me the same thing at those meet and greets where they said, your videos or you got me through the last 2 years, this really hard time. And people got choked up talking about the last 2 years. And it made me think like, oh yeah, the last 2 years was really hard for everyone. It was really hard for everyone. But how I feel is that like the people who watch my videos and who comment and leave sweet and send us sweet letters and make us puppets and like write in just the sweetest things and encouraging messages are what have gotten me through so many hard things in the last couple of years. I mean, how many times have I gone to you and been like when the babies were in the NICU, like, oh my gosh, hearing from these other NICU moms and NICU nurses who watch my videos they're what keeping me going. And I'll tell Erik like things that other NICU parents have said to encourage me or support me, to like tell them, oh, this really helped me today. Someone said this. You guys are what have really helped me to get through the last couple of years. So to see people face, I'm going to cry, see people face to face and to have them say that to me, like I did that. I want to be like, I didn't do anything. Like you did it for me. Like you helped me to get through the last couple of years, and to see that like it's a two-way street kind of a thing. Like,
truly, like these are your friends in your community. Yeah.
Right.
It was really,
it was so
wonderful.
It's
like, and you
wonderful.
Before the pandemic, you were always touring. Like you were always touring for a decade. Like, and then to have to stop, like, and to lose that kind of face-to-face connection.
Right.
You with those things, or you like with an audience.
Right. Well, and I think a big thing too for me is that, with this job comes, of course, there's, we get lovely, wonderful, amazing comments. And I also get ones that aren't like that, and which comes with the job and it's part of it. Mm. And when I am only reading comments, I can get thousands of sweet ones and one mean one or one harsh one can like fester in my brain. And really like I beat myself up so much when I read those negative comments and they drown out the positives. But when I see people in person, like, and I get to put a face with these comments that I'm reading, and a face to the Twitter account, or a face to the YouTube comments, or a face to the letters that I read, and see you guys in person, that drowns out the hate. So it's like so important for me to like do these live shows and see people in person and see the people who are supporting like this weird career that I have, and be able to thank you in person and see you in person. Because when I'm just reading comments, the hate drowns the love sometimes. But when I see the love in person, it like completely trumps the hate. Like I'm like, do you know what does that make sense? Like when totally, I can see these people and they're human beings, like who've been through so much and are so wonderful and so sweet and so inspiring to me. And they want to support me and my live show it means so much to me. It makes me feel so loved and lucky. Like, I don't know. I can't express enough how much it means to me and how grateful. Like I got choked up 1,000 times this weekend at the meet and greets, during the shows, like just looking out and seeing faces and seeing people smile and hearing you laugh and hearing your stories. And I don't know. I just wanted to say thank you. I just like, I'm so happy that I get to do it again. And
say it all night long.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's like,
and I can't believe people came. So thank you for coming. I thought no one was going to come.
No,
it was really great.
They definitely did. Yeah, as a live performer, I can't imagine
when
like not being able to have that for years, and then the kind of self-doubt going back to it. But like I don't know. Yeah, I totally know what you mean.
Yeah, it was really wonderful. So I wanted to say thank you to you guys. And also Flynn. So this is my first time performing with Flynn as like a human, I guess. I mean, he's always been a human, and he used to tour with me his first year of life, but he couldn't talk. He couldn't even walk last time.
He couldn't really watch either. He wasn't like a conscious. He wasn't like a totally conscious human being.
So,
and I'd never really seen your show from the audience,
right? And
now I'm sitting.
Yeah,
I snuck out into the audience with him for both shows, and he sat in my lap the whole time watching you. And it was mind blowing to like watch his face, watch his mom on stage in front of all these people.
Right. And
be such a weirdo. And so funny and so talented. It was really incredible.
He loved it. It was so exciting for me, like to have, because like I've always thought about what are my kids going to think of Miranda. I said it in my special on Netflix. Like, what are my kids going to think of this? Like, this is, what are they going to think when like they find out their mom is this weird job?
Who knows like how to anticipate.
Right.
It's so strange.
So the fact that like he saw my dress rehearsal, like my sound check, and he's watched me rehearse it in the house, and like he's heard me singing things in the house or going over songs.
He was blown away at the sound check, sitting there with me in this big empty theater. He loved being in the seats, and he loved how they folded down, and he was like, thought it was so cool that there were so many of them, and then seeing him realize that they were all filled with like all your friends. He was like, this is all mommy's friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
mommy's got a lot of friends.
Yeah. He was like, and he kept saying, he was at the theater during the meet and greet. And so I went out on stage, and he kept saying he could hear everyone in the audience, or the meet and greet people, and he was like, I went to say hi to those people. I went to say hi to mommy's friends. Like he like really wanted to come out and say hi. He was so excited, and we asked him, do you want to sit backstage for the show, or do you want to sit in those seats out there? And he's like, I went to sit with the people. Like it was so cute. But so after the show, I got in the car with him, and he started telling me all his favorite parts.
I know, it's wild.
Like the second I sat down, I wasn't like, what did you like about my show? Like I got in the car, he's like, Mommy, you were on stage and you did. And he was telling me things, and he was like, and it was so funny. You called Coco Shelly. That was so funny, Mama. And you asked Daddy, what's your name? And Daddy said, I'm Erik. Ha 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 ha. It was so like, he was like,
you said poopy.
You said poopy. It was so funny when you said poopy. Like he was like laughing so hard and telling me his favorite parts of my show. And it was so surreal to have my child.
I still can't wrap my head around it. I don't know how it must be for you. Yeah.
It makes me so emotional.
Yeah.
Cause like this is my child, the most amazing thing that's ever happened to me is, my children, and he's watching me do, like he only knows me as mommy. Do you know what I mean? And now he gets to see me as mommy, but also as me. Does that make sense? Like I know I am.
As you, because you finally got to like get back to doing what you love to do. Yeah.
And it was so cool. And I kind of said this on, like I posted about it on Instagram today, but I kind of said this, I'm so grateful to everyone who came to the show and all the people who support me, because you are helping me to teach my kids to go after their dreams and that they can pursue what they love, because I get to do that, and I can show them that like they can do that too.
You can do both. You can be a great mom and
if you want to, it's possible.
Right.
And I don't know, I'm so grateful for that. And it was such a cool experience having my kid watch the show and like it. And then we go back to the hotel, and he's to himself. So the first song in the show, I am singing the word canceled a couple of times. And so I hear him under his breath. He's just like, canceled. And I look at him and he's like doing the choreography.
Yeah. After seeing it one time. Yeah.
He's like doing the choreography and walking around and singing it. And today in the RV, I was like, do you want to listen to some music while we're driving? And he said, yeah. And I was like, what do you want to hear? Like truck tunes or a truck song? What do you want to listen to? He said, I want to listen to the song from your show.
Yeah.
He wanted, and it just is so
well, sitting
sweet.
with him in the audience, the opening is a song. The second it ended, he looked at me and he goes, I want her to do it again. As if you would just in front of all these people start the show over and do the song.
I would
again.
if I had heard him. I would.
Yeah, it was really great.
Yeah,
and he was just seeing everybody like clap and cheer. He was like,
"Oh, we're clapping!"
Like, yeah, it's like I have.
It was so great.
Really great.
So it was so fun, and I'm so grateful to be back on tour. If you want to come see me, I've got a few more dates set, but
it's a really great show.
So. Hopefully I'll be coming to a city near you at some point. I'm not going to do any like big bus tours or anything like that because I don't want to be away from my kids and I don't want to take them out for long periods of time, obviously. So
yeah, I think those are the California dates. So I don't know that we'll be doing that.
What?
I don't know that we'll be doing that as a family, like anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. But
I would say, yeah.
I'm going to definitely keep trying to do shows. And so we're going to hopefully add more. If you want to come, mirandasings.com. But I'm so grateful to you. And also, I'm so grateful to our final sponsor of the episode, which is speaking of getting tickets to something. SeatGeek. If you guys didn't already know, SeatGeek is a ticketing app that makes buying tickets super simple. We've got the app on our phones, and it's by far and away the best way to buy tickets. With so many amazing concerts and festivals happening right now, you're not going to want to miss out. We're talking The Weeknd, Doja Cat. I mean, we were talking about this just the other week, guys.
We're talking about Doja Cat the other week?
Yeah, well, The Weeknd, Doja Cat, Justin Bieber, Olivia Rodrigo, Shawn Mendes, so much more. And you were like, what if you can see them all in the same place?
Uh-huh.
Or what if you can see them all separately? Doesn't matter. You can get it all at SeatGeek. Check it out. Erik has been talking about going to see a Dodgers game using SeatGeek to take Flynn to go see the Dodgers. And by the way, my dad was listening to our podcast and we were talking about SeatGeek recently.
Yeah, we got to go.
And I was in my dad's car this weekend. My dad was up north with us in his minivan. And I heard our own ad for SeatGeek because he was listening to our podcast and he's like,
I know he was.
And he goes, Dodger game? Are we really going to a Dodger game? He got so excited.
Yeah, we are.
So we got to use SeatGeek to go to a Dodger game.
And fun.
SeatGeek wants to make sure you're getting a good deal. So when you're on the app, look for the green dots. Green means good deal. Red means bad. Don't worry. We've got the hookup. Use code RELAX for $20 off tickets at SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase with promo code RELAX. So just download the app and use our little code RELAX to get $20 off. Okay, so I wanted to ask you some very important, deep, intense questions right now.
Are they about bread?
Kind of.
Really?
I mean, technically, we could get into that. No, okay. So my cousin Andrew came to the shows with us this weekend, and my cousin Andrew and I have deep, long conversations about things like fast food. And you would think like if you listen to our tone of voice, like if you didn't speak English and you heard Andrew and I speaking in English about fast food or like, things like bread or types of soda, you would think we were talking about like politics or religion. Like that's philosophy. How serious we talk about these things.
You just talk about fast food.
Well, and things of that nature. And so I get really into it. And I am fascinated with other people's questions or answers to these things. So I heard him talking at Easter about this. And then we started talking about it on tour this weekend, pizza toppings.
Okay.
And I just thought I have a few questions for you.
Okay.
Because, we talk about food all the time. It's our least favorite topic to discuss. So I actually don't think I know the answer to a lot of these questions, but I want to know like.
Hey, it's our date night. Get to know me.
Okay. I'm going to get to know you.
Toppings. Sure.
If you could only have one pizza topping for the rest of your life, one pizza topping. Mm. And I'm not talking like gourmet. I'm talking like you're just ordering a pizza.
Cheese.
That doesn't count. That's already the topping. That's something on top of the cheese.
Okay.
You're not going to get just bread with marinara sauce on it if you pick
I'm
a
saying
different topping.
Even over marinara sauce, I would say cheese.
Well, that doesn't count. You're not understanding the question.
What's the question?
The question isn't what do you put on bread to make it a pizza?
It's what I put on pizza dough and cheese.
It's what would you put on top of a cheese pizza?
The cheese on. Okay, so the cheese is there.
Yes, of
on
course.
On the pizza dough. We're talking like a Sicilian deep dish. Like what
no, regular plain old pizza. Like for me, if I could only have one topping.
And then there's marinara sauce and then there's mozzarella cheese. And then what do we put on top of that?
Yes, a topping. I mean.
But I can only have one.
Yeah, one for the rest of your life. Like what's like your go-to?
Pepperoni, right? I mean,
I think that'd be most people's option. I think I would do black olives.
That's so weird.
Or pineapple.
Just pineapple, not.
I know. I know this is very controversial, but I really do like pineapple on pizzas. The salty sweet's really good.
But what's salty about like mozzarella cheese and marinara sauce and pizza dough? Like you would have to have also.
Well, it's like a savory sweet, I guess is a better way to put it.
So you're saying you're savory?
No, the sweet of the pineapple. And the
so
savory of the pizza.
Okay.
You're adding the sweet to the savory. Okay. I know my answer is not popular.
Sorry.
People are going to hate me for that. Okay. A hamburger. Go-to toppings. Like if you were just to order a hamburger from a random place you've never been there before, what would you get on it?
Cheese.
Just plain cheese, nothing else?
What do you mean? I thought I could only pick one thing.
Your go-to, like what do you put on a cheeseburger?
Yeah, I would say cheese.
Just cheese.
Yeah, well, generally, yeah. I mean,
nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, always.
So you just want meat, cheese, and a bun.
Cheese bun, yeah.
No dressings.
That's my order from In-N-Out, yeah.
But nothing on it? No like dressings?
Well, yeah, no, if they got a
mayo,
sauce,
mustard, ketchup, none of that?
Yeah, I thought you meant like if we're talking like avocado or like bacon or lettuce,
none of
tomato.
that. You don't want any of that?
No.
See, I did not know this. I knew that you always order plain stuff, but
I'll order it and then I'll take the lettuce off, take the tomato off.
You know what?
Bacon cheeseburger is pretty good.
That's actually true. But here's what you do. Actually, I'm just not like I'm seeing you do it in my head. You kind of like take bites, and as you take bites, deconstruct it and take things off. It's almost like you give them a chance.
It's an art. It's
you know
a process.
What I mean? So you're like, I'm gonna give this bite a chance. Yeah. I'm like, never an onion. A raw onion is death to me.
You don't.
I think raw onions should be canceled.
But you like fry like.
Yeah, like a grilled onion.
Sorry, grilled.
Grilled onions are great. Raw onions. There's no scenario in which a raw onion is acceptable.
See, I don't understand that. You will ask them to add even extra grilled onions.
I've never said extra grilled onions.
You did this weekend.
No, I just put grilled onions on it. I didn't say extra grilled onions.
But it was a lot.
Okay, but that's because you ate my burger, so that's on you.
But you don't like raw onion?
Disgusting, no. And I think if you eat a raw onion,
but it's got the crunch.
You reek of raw onion the rest of the day.
But not.
So get a pickle.
But not grilled?
A pickle.
Nope.
It's got a crunch.
Here's the thing. No
potato chip.
No pickles on my burgers. No, for sure.
I don't.
No pickles on my burger. No pickles.
What?
On my fried chicken sandwich.
What?
No pickles. No pickles. The only time I will have a pickle is if it's like a deli pickle on the side of a sandwich where they're just like, here, it's just an accessory to the sandwich. And if you can choose of your own free will to eat and volition to eat this pickle wedge lengthwise if you want it.
I want 1,000 pickles.
But no pressure. I don't want pickles. I don't know where is a society where like pickles are on burgers, put pickles on all our burgers.
Because it's delicious.
I don't understand why like even McDonald's, like you get a cheeseburger at McDonald's, there's slices of pickle on there. Chicken place, there's always pickles on chicken sandwiches. I don't understand this.
Because it's delicious.
We're gonna take a cucumber, we're gonna pickle it, we're gonna slice it up, and we're gonna put it on everything. That's insanity to me. That is society losing its grip. Yeah, that's chaos.
You're nuts.
No,
pickles
nobody wants
it's my favorite. I do. It's my favorite part of a burger or sandwich.
Fine if you want that, but you should.
But
it should not
won't
be.
Eat it if there's no pickle on it.
Be like status quo. It should be like ask for it. It should not just be like, we're just gonna pickle cucumbers all over the world and we're gonna put it on every sandwich.
Oh,
like,
you're nuts.
Like
you're
nuts.
I literally will not eat a sandwich unless there's pickles on it. Any kind name a sandwich. I gotta have, unless it's a meatball sub, it's the only scenario.
Here's the thing. I'm covering your microphone. You get fries. They say, do you want ketchup? I want ketchup. I've ordered fries. I want ketchup.
To dip it in.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But like, of course you want ketchup. Of course you do if you've got fries. But they ask you this. But you order a burger and they just put the sliced pickles in there? Yeah. No. This is not a universal thing.
You're wrong. Pickles are so, well, we disagree on this one. The only thing I definitely do not want on my burger is raw onions. Like never in my life. And I definitely don't want a tomato unless I have picked the tomato personally and sliced it myself at a very specific thickness. And it has to have no white in the center.
Yeah, there's something about like tomatoes and they don't work.
No one has ever made put a tomato on a sandwich or a burger and I've been like, that was a good one. They're always gross. There's never been a good one ever in the history of tomatoes on burgers or sandwiches unless I personally have done it myself.
It's like they're only left with like the swag bit of tomatoes, like just like the stumps.
Yeah.
You ever just get like a tomato stump like in the middle of a burger and you're like, what am I biting into? And it's just like
a hard, crunchy, white, yucky. Yeah. So that's how I feel about that. Okay. Well, then here's this. You just brought it up. Another question in my mind. Speaking of ketchup. Okay. I know you might think these are like not important questions in life, but like these are like really important to me.
Okay.
So we're talking French fries, right?
I guess.
There are some fries. There's some fries that do go, because you said, well, you got fries. Of course you want ketchup. Some fries, you need ketchup. Some fries, absolutely not. Okay. McDonald's fries. Do you dip them in ketchup?
No. Don't need them. Well, you don't. Yeah, I was just saying. I was just saying that they ask. I wasn't saying that I need it.
But some people do dip McDonald's fries in ketchup.
That's fine.
I know, but I'm just saying that like they're way better without.
All right, but when I go to In-N-Out for you, you're like, make sure to ask them for extra. Like, make sure to ask them for an unholy amount of ketchup. Ask them for the most. Like, I can't even say yes. Can I have ketchup? Extra ketchup. I have to say something, and you always ask me to say something insane. Like, give me more ketchup than you've ever given anyone. This is what you tell me to say when I get it for you.
Because I cannot eat In-N-Out fries without ketchup. They taste disgusting without ketchup.
Today, driving back in the RV, you're like, I just looked up a truck stop. They have a Red Robin. We have to stop there. They have steak fries. And I was like, okay. And you're like, yeah.
Then they didn't.
Steak fries is my biggest turn on. You said that.
I did say that. Boy, you just reminded me.
But I've never even known you to eat steak fries.
Because I don't like steak fries. I actually hate steak fries, but Red Robin steak fries in particular are good.
And then Red Robin was closed.
It was closed. It didn't exist. Wait, I had one other thing to say about yesterday I was so mad. So we're in Sacramento. I ordered Shake Shack. So I get Shake Shack to the theater. We get burgers and fries. I ordered 3 orders of large fries, like a huge, little things of fries, whatever. 3. Guess how many ketchup packets I got?
2.
2.
I know this because you kept screaming it repeatedly. 2 ketchup packets.
Crazy.
But so Shake Shack you need to dip in ketchup. McDonald's you don't.
Sure, whatever. It doesn't matter if you do or if you don't.
I'm not tracking your fry philosophy.
It's not about that. It's about the fact that someone working at Shake Shack, they work at a fast food establishment, so they understand the necessity and ratios of ketchup to fry.
But you weren't there to ask.
Doesn't matter. I did ask for ketchup on the app for them to go, okay, someone, there's a human being on this earth who saw 3 orders of fries and saw they wanted ketchup and said, 2 packets is enough.
Yeah.
What?
Maybe that's all they had.
That's first of all, it's not all they had. Someone who worked at a fast food restaurant thought 2 packets of ketchup was enough for 3 orders of fries. That is chaos.
Well, I hope they listen to this podcast for an hour and 10 minutes and get to this part and feel horrible about themselves.
No, I don't want them to feel horrible. I just want to understand what's going on in their mind. Like, because that makes me go like, how much ketchup do they just put like a pea-sized amount of ketchup on every 3rd fry? Because that's what I would have to do to only use 2 packets of ketchup.
I don't think there'll ever be enough ketchup. Like, even if that person had put in 30 packets, you'd be like, 30 packets.
That's not true. 30 would have been enough. but not less.
Would it?
Yeah, it would. Anyway.
What's your favorite burger, fast food wise?
In-N-Out. And I'm so excited because we have to get In-N-Out tomorrow.
No.
We do because, okay, at the meet and greet in Sacramento, someone at the meet and greet said that they worked at In-N-Out and they asked me what my favorite thing was there. And I told them my order and, we just kind of chatted for a minute. Mm-hmm. And then a techie came up to me after the meet and greet and was like, hey, this guy who kind of scared me earlier in the day because he was just like a big, like, bro-y, like, techie bro with like facial hair and long hair, whatever. He came up to me and he was like, hey. I was like, oh no, he's going to tell me the show's canceled or something. I'm scared. And he was like, do you like animal style? I was like, what? He's like, you like animal style burgers? Because I had said that my favorite burger from In-N-Out was an animal style burger and I like to add mustard sometimes. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, you add mustard? I was like, yes. And he's like, have you ever had mustard fried? And I was like, what? He's like, there's a secret menu item.
I know that, yeah. They do have a secret menu.
Well, yeah, and that's where animal style is. Mm-hmm. And that's my favorite burger there is the animal style burger. He said there's another secret menu item.
Another level of secret menu?
Yes. And he said it's mustard fried. You say, I want mustard fried. I want my burger mustard fried. And they fry your bun in mustard. And he said it's incredible. And it's all I've been thinking about. So now I have to go to In-N-Out tomorrow. I don't understand
this about a fast food chain is like, we're going to have a menu, but it's secret. And we'll only say like, yeah, you can get a cheeseburger, 2 cheeseburgers or fries and a Coke. But also there's like a secret language. Is that like their marketing strategy?
I don't know. I don't care. I just know the animal style burger is so delicious. And
also will only be on the West Coast.
But now I'm so excited because tomorrow we can go to In-N-Out and I can get an animal style burger mustard fried. I'm so excited.
Do you think they'll actually do that? Or they'll be like, what are you talking about?
He said it was real. The guy said. Maybe he's just trying to make me look like an idiot. Maybe he didn't like me and he was like, I'm just going to make her look like an idiot.
I'm sure he thought you were
Anyway,
great.
I really wanted to ask these really important questions before we go to bed tonight.
What's your favorite fast food pizza?
I like a Domino's. Ugh. Keep it classic. What about you? What?
I guess. Well, is there any?
Were you going to say Little Caesars? Like, what's wrong with you?
Is there even another one?
Papa John's?
Ugh, no, definitely not Papa John's.
Isn't there one that's like some medieval timed themed?
What do you think about medieval times? You ever been?
Oh yeah,
I would.
To the actual medieval times, or like to a medieval times game?
I wonder how safe it would be, but like. Imagine taking Flynn to medieval times right now. Like how much fun he'd be have.
So confused.
I think he would love it.
I don't think, maybe he would. I don't know. Like a bucket of chicken and like.
Just the idea of taking him to medieval times made me so excited to be a dad just now.
Well, we should do it, but we should also go to bed. It's very late. We love you guys. Thanks for listening.
I'll stay up talking to you about fast food.
Okay, let's keep doing that. But we're going to say goodbye on the podcast.
Oh yeah, turn it off.
Okay. All right, bye guys. We're going to talk about fast food. Bye.
You can relax. Colleen and Erik have a podcast. The world is scary and we're locked in our home. But now we have big microphones. So you can relax. That's the name of our podcast.